All right, cool. Oh, I see your sticker, fam. Oh,
First of all, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something.
voted.
We're gonna kick the pod off just like this. First of all, how you doing, sir?
Miriam, Mike voted.
Look, see, we about to get to it. We finna get to it right now.
Miriam, Mike voted.
We about to get to it.
Mike voted today
We about to get to it. Tell Miriam I said hi.
because Mike don't vote.
No,
Mike don't even know
see,
who's like the
no,
mayor of Maywood
no,
or like the
no,
trustee. Did you vote
no,
for the Maywood?
no. Here
Is
we go.
Maywood on the ballot?
Here we go.
Is
Here
Maywood?
we
I'm
go.
asking. Is Maywood on the ballot?
What are you talking about, bro? What you talking about? Our mayor of Maywood, Nathaniel Booker. Shout out to him. I didn't vote for him,
Why you
but
ain't vote for Nate?
I didn't vote for him. So
'Cause
anyway,
you know
that's not
Nate,
the.
right?
That's not the. I.
Maywood, y'all know everybody.
He not from Maywood.
Are you from Bellwood?
He's from Bellwood.
Oh, that same shit.
It ain't. But let me tell you something, bang. Let me
Go
go. Let me go. Let's clear the air, okay? Because you like to push shit in the atmosphere, bro, and you try to make me stop to look. Let me talk. Let me talk.
Wow.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Can I speak?
Wow.
Can I speak, bro? And then you be trying to get this narrative painted of me, bro. And it's not, I have to get over here and clear the air. You know what I'm saying? I got my haircut, nigga, so I'm finna get down today.
Mike got his haircut for the first time since
in
the
a
summer.
month and a half, goddamn it. A month and a half at least, bro.
Mike ain't got his haircut since we was at the Pusha T concert, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, I got my haircut after that, but it felt
Mike
that
was
way.
out here. Mike was out here looking like a Hindu.
Yeah, like a Haji, like at the 7-Eleven.
Mike was sitting around here looking like buddy.
Buddy, yeah. But anyway,
Mouse sauce on your gyro.
but let me get this clear, bro. We go start the
Mike
pod
was
off
around here
like
looking
this.
like a Tina Hut worker.
Shut up. All right, shout out. Tina Hut's fucking closed.
I know.
All right, so look. Since I was 18 years old, bro. Since I was 18, I have been yelling at his kids at this point. Right?
Nah, I'm not. I was just asking for something. That's all.
So since I was 18 years old, since my mother and father, they always drilled it in me, like, you know what I'm saying, register to vote, make sure you always vote. So ever since I was 18, ever since I was 18 years old, I've never missed a midterm. I've never missed a preliminary, and I never missed a presidential election voting. Now, where this whole Mike don't vote narrative came in, that is Bang asking me about like a local election. And I think whatever the local election was that we were talking about, I don't think I voted in that one. So here comes Bang trying to put me in this box with people that don't vote or people that don't care about voting, and that's not me. I have always voted.
Like, it's okay.
I know it's not. I know it's okay.
I didn't vote while I was in Maryland.
And that's fine. And I'm not gonna judge you, but you be trying to the way
I didn't
you
judge you.
Why you keep cutting me off? The way you paint the narrative is trying to make me look like I don't give a fuck about voting, or I don't care about the community. I don't care about the world.
I didn't say that, Mike.
None of that. You didn't say that. You don't have to say it out your mouth directly, babe. It's just how it's how you say things.
Mike.
It's how you come off.
If I didn't say it, if it's not my exact words,
nah, fuck that. People that
don't
know better.
Put words in my
no. I know you. See, you know what? That's the problem. You want to know why?
That?
Because with that Facebook status that you had tagged me in, people don't know no better to know that you was trolling. But niggas got on there and knew you was like, thought you was dead ass serious.
No, that the Maddie nigga don't show up. All right, everybody else knew what was up.
All right, before we even get to that though, yeah. Mike Butler, Mike B of Some Dude Pod is all in for voting. Okay, I encourage everybody to vote. I vote, and that's the end of that segment. Now let's get to the pod. Bang trolling people on Facebook again.
I did not troll nobody. Everybody know. Look. First of all, let me shout out Jay Hollins, right? Because when I started doing morning thoughts, he's the one that took it to a whole nother level. So I don't try to be him. He's taking the morning thoughts that I used to do, and that I still do from time to time. But he took it to a whole nother level. So I don't do it as often as I used to do it. But everybody that's on my page that frequents my page, let me rephrase, everybody that frequents my page knows that I'm sarcastic anyway on social, especially when it comes to the morning thoughts. If you listen to the pod or if you follow me on social media,
All you got to do is follow.
right? All you gotta do
You
is
wouldn't
follow.
know. You would know.
You know what we do. And that's why I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say what I do, what we do. Cause I'm never serious on social or anything. Like, well, I'll say it's 5% of the time I'm serious. 5%. 95% of the time I'm not. It's sarcasm all over my page. Even if I talk about my family, it's sarcasm. So this bum ass dude decides to come on my page.
Bag really has an interesting friends list, y'all.
Eh,
I've told him, I've
nah,
said it
I
before
know,
too.
dude. We know, dude, because of the music shit and all of that stuff back in WindyCityUnderground.com back in
Besides
the
the
day.
point, Bag's friends
But,
list, his friends list is
but,
really like interesting.
but again, like, so if anybody didn't see it, like, first, and we're going to talk about Kyrie and all of that stuff today. But one thing that I saw on my friends list this week was everybody was mad at LeBron James. And all of a sudden, LeBron James wasn't the GOAT no more. Like everybody was shitting on LeBron because of his comments about Kyrie. So, sarcastically, because you know what, y'all know what we do in the morning thoughts. Sarcastically, I said, oh, LeBron James is not the greatest of all time. Mainly, we know why, because I had said it hours prior, the day before, because it was early. Michael Jordan has always been a conspiracy around Black Michael Jordan and him investing in prisons. We know Michael Jordan wasn't investing in the prison system, but if LeBron James is not the GOAT, and everybody's still mad at Michael Jordan for investing in prisons, is Steph Curry the greatest of all time? See, my sarcasm is like Jay-Z level, ladies and gentlemen, with the double entendres. Here's why. This right here is a couple of entendres in this joint. Here's why. One, when you look at it right now, where we sit, there's only it's two superstars that we have in basketball that's clean. That's Giannis and that's Steph. There's no controversy around these guys. Steph be out here with the family. He be playing golf and shit, donate money. Under Armour owe him a building.
They tried it. They tried to get Steph though. They tried though with the swingers thing with him and his
They
wife being
tried it.
swingers. They tried,
They
boy.
tried it. It ain't work. Like, it's a couple of shits that was leaked.
Yeah.
But in this day and age of social media, that ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, how many rings he got compared to LeBron James?
They tied.
And who's the favorite to win the championship this year?
I mean, at the beginning of the season, it was Golden State.
They still one of the favorites to win it. It's preseason.
I know it's early, but yeah, Golden State.
So if he wins, how many rings would he have?
He'll have one more than LeBron.
And how many times did he beat LeBron in the finals?
3 times.
It don't even matter, Mike. He beat him
three times.
Even though LeBron James came back and beat him,
mm-hmm.
Steph got a ring off of LeBron.
He got 3 rings off LeBron James.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's even a question that people have right now, like, this is the Steph Curry era right now? Or it's LeBron? How them legacies gonna look? And then Mike in the middle, because Mike will always be the greatest of all time to me. But people throw out those questions.
Me too.
So sarcasm with the entendres. This motherfucker comes up here and starts debating on me about sarcasm. That's why I said, hey, man, there's going to be people that's looking at you and laughing at this shit. Because that's all it is. If you believe anything that was in that to be true yourself, hey, man, that's on you. But he believed that I believed because I posted it, that I believed it. When again, if you come to Bang's pages, he leads with sarcasm. It's really sarcasm, sports, family. SSK. That's what my social media is all about.
Well,
Sarcasm,
sports/music.
Sports, family. You want to put the music up on that? Do that too. Sarcasm, sports, music, family. That's what it is. And the best part about it, because it's my social media, I love watching people trying to figure out if this is true or if this is sarcasm.
That's the thrill in it.
That's the thrill. That's why I do Some Dude. Because all of my real takes are going to be here. And part of the reason why that's the case is what we're going to talk about a little bit later today. Because I am very disappointed at a lot of people right now. But that's what my social media is for. Sarcasm, sports, music, family. That's it.
It's a good intro to the
pod.
And
I said kids earlier because it's mostly my kids.
Yeah.
It's mostly being me sarcastic with my kids. Having fun with my kids. Then sometimes with the wife. Because she don't even be on there like that. So when I saw Buddy Ass, I was laughing. And because I literally did everything that I needed to do for work that morning, early,
I
had time.
Damn
I had time. I was, let's get it, fam, because your dumb ass don't go here. Your dumb ass don't go here, fam. You don't know what goes on here. Now, you could say, oh, well, it wasn't funny, and okay. But we still laughing at you. Because whether it was funny or not, folks is like, that's Bang. You better off asking a question about what my actual thought is than assuming what I put in the caption. Because again, I lead with sarcasm. Even the Aaron Rodgers part was sarcasm. Even that was sarcasm.
Yeah.
Even that was that, because it's like, hey, y'all huff.
We could mention Jordan Love being a starter, but we know goddamn well it ain't gonna happen.
No goddamn well it ain't gonna happen unless that man hand hurt, some shit like that. We know goddamn well was. And we know goddamn well that we still probably we not the favorite to win when we play them December 4th. Mm-hmm. But to see Green Bay with the same record as us, oh my goodness, it feels so good.
I'm happy
we can have fun with it.
I'm happy for you, Bears fans.
We can have, especially with Justin Fields being who he is right now. But again, sarcasms, sports, music, family. And then the last thought was, what y'all doing on Tuesday? Meaning, out of all this shit y'all talking about, what's going on? Y'all gonna vote? Or we gonna talk about Kyrie and Kanye all weekend? Y'all gonna vote or not? Let me know.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, if you just pop by, and then you would not know that. So I invite Buddy Ass to stick around and see what we do on the page, because it's a we thing. It's not just my page. We have fun on that page. If there's any social media account on Facebook that is all inclusive and having a good time and having fun,
we in there.
We in Bang's page, fam. You be serious as hell on your shit, but we gonna have fun on ours. And
Yeah.
I will tell you if this is serious or not, because because I am so sarcastic on my page that there's times when I'm serious, I gotta be like, all right, we serious today. That wasn't one of them. Buddy ass was out here looking like Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards, except he ain't have no help. But Teron liked, low key, Teron liked the part where we was talking about some LeBron wasn't the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And Teron Edmonds,
Mm-hmm.
he be funny in the light sometimes. Be funny in the light sometimes, fam. Be funny in the light. Even though I know he be being sarcastic sometimes too, but
Yeah.
sometimes you got to be like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
what you doing? What you trying to figure
Wait,
out?
what was it that my man's? What he say? What he say though?
No, he liked the status when he was like, when Buddy Ash was talking about some LeBron James wasn't the greatest of all time and some other shit.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically him being upset that I said the shit like, man, I know LeBron James ain't the greatest of all time. So I go check with
Shout
you.
out to Toronto. He's a loyal listener. So
Be
he
a
be
little
here.
listener.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be like, what's your angle here, fam?
Yeah.
Because I never forgive him coming at me about Jimmy. About what's my man's name? The tight end, Jimmy Graham.
Mm-hmm.
All I need him is to score a touchdown.
Oh, with you talking about with when y'all drafted him and then you was on
No,
board
when
with
we
it?
signed him, yeah, I was
Yeah,
on
when y'all
board with it.
not drafting when y'all signed him, yeah, and you was on board and
I
everybody else
expected this
wasn't.
dude to catch 50 passes for 700 yards.
I remember you.
Get some jump balls, fam. Like
You
that's
kept
it.
you kept the receipts on that when he started balling too.
Yeah, kept the receipts. Like this is what I said. This is all he need to do.
Yeah.
You argue me all dog. Oh, hold on, fam. Part of the reason why I started, because I ain't arguing with y'all fools no more, man. That's why I tagged you in the joint, man. I wanted you to, before you hit me,
Oh, I see what you're
before
talking
you
about. Yeah,
see
Terod,
it,
what you on with this, bro?
see,
He loved it. He loved this one. Why you love
see,
this, bro?
funny in the light, funny in the light. Mogsby
Maybe
counter
he was being
funny in the
funny.
light. That's what I said. Maybe
You
he's
like
being
maybe
funny.
give him the benefit of the doubt. Give him the
Maybe
benefit of
he's
the
being
doubt.
funny.
Maybe he was trying to be funny.
Funny in the light. Funny in the light. Some of y'all Mogs looking funny in the light. Funny in the light. Funny in the light. Some of y'all Mogs looking funny in the light. Some do pod 148. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Some Do Pod, Instagram Some Do Pod. Get that merch. Click the link in the bio. Get all that merch, man. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with. I was in Atlanta last week for work, meetings with labels and all of that stuff, showing us like who was going to be, what was coming up for the first couple of quarters and stuff. Was on the Zoom with Diddy.
Nice.
Diddy R&B album. It's gonna be next year. I think it might come out.
So it's coming next
It's
year.
coming soon.
Is it dropping?
It's dropping.
I hope so.
It's dropping. This is Last Train to Paris type. How he went left with Last Train to Paris, and we was like, oh, this shit cold.
Yes, sir.
He
played some songs for y'all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Played about 4 or 5 songs.
Okay.
All of them was tight.
Okay. Not mad.
All of them. Diddy got some stuff coming.
Okay.
Another artist to check out is Alex Vaughn. I had said it about her on the pod before. And I put it on social. The Hurt Book is her latest project, the Hurt Book EP. Cold, fam. And she performed live. Shouts out to my man DJ Money. He manages her, DJ Money, out here in DC. To a DJ with Wale, produces and everything. He's working with her. And like I said, I listened to the project. Was gonna listen to the project because I know money was involved. But just because money is involved, that don't mean I'm gonna like it. I'm not one of those people just like your shit just because the homies. And I listened to it. Hey man, so be it. Demon Time are 2 standouts to me. but the whole album is cold. I truly believe that she's a star
Okay.
in the making. It was a couple of other folks that came through. We had get-togethers afterwards and everything.
Okay.
That was sponsored by the label. Shouts out to the Def Jam. Jeezy slid through. I mean,
Oh,
I
that's
know
why you got that hoodie, huh? It's a nice hoodie there, buddy.
you get well. Okay, let me let y'all in on a little secret that I probably don't need to let out. I am the managing editor for Black America Web. We all talk this. We all have heard me say that. Black America Web is the website that Tom Joyner started. And Reach Media started. I work for Reach Media as well. So I oversee that along with the syndicated properties for Reach. Reach Media, Morning Hustle, Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell, DL Hughley, all those. So I'm digital, right? Keyword is digital. We don't get this, Mike. Like when the labels come and give out swag,
You're not there.
no, we there.
Yeah.
We don't be getting shit
Why y'all don't get nothing?
95% of the time. I don't know.
I would think because you know what I'm saying, you don't work at the sometimes like those
No,
functions.
we do.
Okay.
We do. And we function right alongside. Like we left
I
and right hand.
always thought maybe because like you work from home, so you're not actually
No.
at like one of those like main. You ain't at the headquarters or
Mike,
radio stations all the time.
I just started working from home, G.
Yeah.
We,
So regardless though, even if
regardless,
you, they should be mailing that shit to you, bro.
bruh,
You would think. So you had
bruh.
this. So you kind of stole that.
No, I didn't. Actually, the rep gave it to me.
Okay, there you
Shouts
go.
out to my man Drew. He's a rep at Def Jam. He gave it to me.
There you
Drew always looked out. Like shouts out to Drew. He's always looked out. When I was moving from St. Louis to DC, like he took care of that. Like they all took me out. He took care of that. So when that happened, I was like, oh man, I messed with Drew. So Drew is always looked out, is always loved when I see him. And he was like, yo, if that's a 2X, give it to Bang. Boom.
Okay.
Shouts out to my man.
Shout out that 2X. Shout out that 2X, baby.
If
We ain't at 3X. We ain't at 3X no more.
Starting to get down, yeah. Shouts out to my man Reza. When I met Reza, he was at Interscope. And he was working Last Train to Paris too. But now Reza's at Rock Nation. We went back to Rock Steady. Shouts out to him. He always looks out. And there's others too, but 9 times out of 10, G, when the swag bag comes out,
Yeah.
you don't get nothing. It's messed up to say. So you see, hey, I'm happy.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my man Troy Marshall too. Me and Troy had a good conversation and everything. So shouts out to him. But back to the artist.
Was my boy Weso down there? Weso was there?
Weso was sick, fam. That was bullshit.
Damn.
Weso was sick. I went down to Atlanta and did not see Weso. And didn't hear from him too.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know. It's like he knew like maybe
even,
Weso's mad at me. I don't know.
What you do to Weso, bro?
You
sent the email to Weso, bro.
I ain't did a goddamn thing, man. But Weso didn't even say, man, OG. Man, I can't kick it with you.
Fucked up, bro. I'm gonna be down in Atlanta in a couple weeks. I'm gonna text him to see if he gonna be, see if he be all right.
Right.
Link up or something.
Maybe you could like, man.
I'll try to catch him. I'll try to catch him.
Bang said you ain't talked to him. You ain't text him when he's in Atlanta. But no.
Yeah.
But the most randomest shit happened in the history of my life.
Okay.
So Tyrese Gibson, the singer, he came through to play us some new music.
Jody.
And the way he came into the room, it was kind of off. Like, I don't know if he wanted things to move along or whatever, but things was off. And I told my man Yanni, he was right next to me. Man, what the fuck wrong with dude?
With the way Tyrese been moving the last couple years, that don't shock me at all.
Whatever.
I'm with you. Whatever you about to tell me right now,
so
don't shock me at all.
So he gets up on the stage and he starts talking about how some of the music that he's making is the first time he's really sat down and made music and everything. So I was like, man, this shit gotta be good. He played the first song. Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay.
And they had just finished the song.
Okay.
Just finished. Played the second song and fire. Then one of my coworkers, one of the higher ups, called me for some help on some stuff. And all of a sudden, and I'm not saying the name of these songs and everything for a specific reason, I'll tell y'all later. So I'm listening to the song. It's a remake that Tyrese is singing. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to get off the phone, fam, because whatever's going on in there, that shit hot. I go up in there. There's one person crying, fam. Everybody is like on their feet, shocked, hand and face, like, wow.
Okay.
Whoa. And he got a standing ovation on all three songs, fam.
Okay.
And I think Tyrese needed that.
Okay.
Because when you don't release something in a while, and you might be a little nervous about how people react. So after that, we go to get ready to take pictures. And Tyrese says the most randomest ass shit ever. Tyrese says, hey, you know what? Y'all want to listen to the rest of the album? Why don't y'all come over my house? I live a couple of minutes away.
Okay.
Will Smith gonna be there.
Okay. Okay.
I look. I like, hey, wait a minute, hold on. My man just invite us to the crib. Like,
okay, all right.
What's going on here? Like,
all right.
Is he for real? So we take the pictures, and I'll say this. I will say this, and this is what I told Tyrese. Especially at the age that we at, I'm 40, you in your mid-30s. R. Kelly gone, fam. He ain't coming back. Who was that R&B singer from that time that we have that's still dropping consistently soul music? Not R&B music.
Yeah.
But R&B soul music.
We don't got nobody, bro.
Tyrese delivers that. He delivered that with Black Rose.
All right, hold on. Stop me right here. Let me stop you. You went to Tyrese's house?
Wait a minute, fam.
All right, go try to get to the story.
This is part of the story.
All right, go ahead.
I tell him, you about to fill a void that we ain't got with soul music. Okay. Black Rose was nice. It was a great album.
That's the last album he put out?
Yes. And this one, from what I hear, is better than that.
Okay.
So we go upstairs, change clothes, we have drinks and everything, and talking to everybody. And
at Tyrese's house?
Not yet, fam. Gotta leave.
Bay hasn't got to the point where he said, "Yo, me at Tyrese's crib." But go ahead.
You'll hear it.
All right, go ahead.
And then we go to dinner, and then the lady who puts everything together, she says, "All right, so y'all ready to go to Tyrese's house?" Yes, let's go to Tyrese's house. We go to a part of Atlanta I ain't never seen in my life.
What part is this?
I will not say. Here's why. Nigga, I signed my first NDA, fam. Woo!
Wow!
Yes. I signed my first NDA. Fam, we get over to the crib. It's a little Hispanic lady right there. She got the papers. Signed the NDA. Bruh, I ain't never signed an NDA in my life. Now, I know homies is like, you signed an NDA, fam? What the fuck went on up in there? Literally nothing went on in the crib. This was not the NDAs like, with the younger artists. Like, it wasn't Fuckfest 2005 in the house.
It wasn't an R. Kelly house NDA.
It wasn't an R. Kelly house, fam. But we did have to sign an NDA because man, one we don't need to be telling folks where my man stay at and all that stuff too. It was a security guard right in front of the house, fam, and just deservedly so. It's a big ass house. It's the biggest basement I've ever seen in my life, fam. I was scared to use the bathroom in this nigga's house. That's how. This is the one bit of info I will say, fam. Like hard info, I will say, fam, bruh had goddamn Bumblebee in the house. Like I know, I think it was Tank that said that in the interview or whatever, that he got like Bumblebee. I ain't believe that shit. Yes, motherfucker, it's Bumblebee in the house. Like you walk in and it's this big ass yellow transformer looking down on you. You like,
I mean,
how the fuck, fam?
he was in the movie
I
Transformers.
know, but still, like, what the fuck, fam? Like, you bought it and they gave it to you, like, what now? Fam, I ain't never been so nervous to be in another nigga crib
That's hilarious.
because what I don't want nobody to think I'm stealing some shit. Like, again, this was a random ass invite. I gotta piss. I don't know where to go to piss. Big ass house, fam. So I look at the lady. I was like, look, sure they gotta piss, and I don't know where to go. And I don't want to go where y'all don't see me. I don't want y'all trying to think. She started laughing and she led me down to the basement, which again, fam, the biggest basement and that I've ever seen in my life. It's like, what the fuck? Took a piss, went to the table. No, I went to another room. That one of the homies, she worked in Dallas. He had brought me up in the shadows. That's how, like, he ain't have on no shoes. He came out the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And he had told us about some stuff that we sent there. He had a chef, a bartender, and a DJ up in that joint. It was lit. And then I started to get comfortable. He started to play more music from the album. Every song he played was hot. Every song.
Okay.
To the point where, you know, Chicago niggas, when they get comfortable, I got comfortable. One song came on, I was like, oh, they gonna play this at the 50-yard line. I got the stepping.
Okay.
He felt the need to join.
Okay.
We all kicking it. It's pictures that's probably never gonna be seen. Or videos never gonna be seen. This and you know, remember when MTV, well not MTV, but HBO was doing the joints with Floyd Mayweather and the all access joint, and you know Ray J did One Wish, and really that was the night of the Fabulous shit kind of too, but they did the One Wish shit. And he was singing One Wish, fam. The producer of the music that Tyrese was working with went over to the piano. Tyrese had him and his backup singers sung the same song we heard at the joint, killed it too.
Okay.
So it's like an impromptu performance. I'm sitting there like, yo, I ain't gonna never get no night like this. Went upstairs. He played us some more music. And I really had to look at Tyrese differently. And here's why I was like, hold on. Fam, like you realize he's going through a divorce and you know his mom had passed. And then you realize, like, man, I feel like he really just wanted to be around people. Because I don't think I would ever get a random ass invite like that to anybody's crib. But when you hear this album, the best way I can explain it was, if you ever, homework assignment, Mike, if you haven't heard the Marvin Gaye Hear My Dear album, that's basically the Divorce and I'm Going Through Shit album of Marvin Gaye. That's what he made here. And that's what you go hear. And I had sat back and I was like, man, he going through it. And you see people like this with all the money and the fame and shit. He in movies. He clearly got money if the goddamn shit is in the lobby.
Hey, bro, the Fast and Furious checks is
It's nice.
I can only imagine.
It's nice. But you in that crib by yourself, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't never want to walk up into no crib by myself that big. If I got a house if I got that much money and I'm alone in that motherfucker, I'm downsizing, fam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find me a 2-3 bedroom around this motherfucker. I'm gonna have the best 2-bedroom house ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it was fun and shit. And I probably don't think I'll get an experience like that just based off of the ask.
Was the Fresh Prince there though? The Fresh Prince.
No,
Will wasn't there.
no. Goddamn, I knew goddamn Will wasn't gonna be at that crib.
Why did he say Will Smith was gonna
Because he
be there?
was. He was gonna be over there. Will. If you ain't followed him on social, Will
He been
was
making
in
his
Atlanta.
round.
Right, he was in Atlanta playing Marg's Emancipation coming out in
Okay.
December.
Okay.
So he got Emancipation. He got new music. Hey, let's link up.
Yeah.
But I swear, I know if Buddy was like, hey, you know what? Hey, Will, I know you sliding, but no, we just did this thing with the radio company, and I invited some of their people over there. You cool with that? Nigga, Will Smith. I'm like, no, I'm going home, Jay. I ain't trying to be around these motherfuckers, fam. Do you know what just happened in March?
Yeah.
I try to be around these motherfuckers like that, and they looking at me crazy, want to ask me questions. So, did you talk to Chris Rock? Like, nah, fam. We ain't doing that. So yeah, I believe Will Smith slid through and was like, all right, I'm out, G.
Yeah.
Have fun with your people.
Yeah.
But nah, man, my man he was cool as hell. He was real cool. Once shit mellowed out, fam, first of all, you gotta be cool as hell to invite us in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you don't know where we from. Nigga, I felt like if I told him I'm from the west side of Chicago, he probably would let me in. Like, nah, you still, fam. You not coming in here.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He allowed random ass people to come up in there to vibe with him and give him feedback on this shit. And that shit was cool as hell. That man gave me an experience that I wish, and I hit my cousin and I said, fam, I wish y'all was here. Cause if the crew was together and this shit happened, you seen my family together, Mike.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
If we would have been together in that situation, nigga, we wouldn't have left. We've been housemates, fam. Look, just give us an NDA.
Oh,
We here for the month, fam.
that's
We gonna
hilarious.
kick it with you. You gonna have a ball.
Yeah.
We gonna work from here. We got you. We got you. Tell the chef to come through tomorrow. But I won't. I mean, that's as far as I go because I signed an NDA, fam, and I don't
That's
want to get
funny
sued.
as hell.
I was so happy to sign that NDA, fam. I ain't never been so excited to sign a piece of paper in my life. Nigga, I made it, fam.
Nigga, we made it.
Nigga, we made it, fam. An NDA, nigga.
That's
And now I did think though, however, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's like signing the NDA. There's got to be some pussy in here. Got to be some cat. I'm gonna have to go. Not about to lose my marriage
yeah.
over some Hollywood shit. I ain't got enough money for it. I got 3 kids, Mike. I don't want to lose them because
Facts.
I was up there. I found a room. Like I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that at all, ladies and gentlemen. But when I signed that NDA, after the excitement of signing it, I was like, shit, what hole's that? Because if it's something in, I gotta bounce, y'all. Yeah. I even told somebody that. I was like, hey, I might have to go. I might have to get an Uber, fam. Why? Hey, man, when somebody asks you to sign an NDA, what you expect, fam?
Hey, bro, I expect some wild and crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? To pop off up in here.
Hey, you expect the lights to go out and some. Hey, here's a mask. What do you get the mask for? Then tell you look down the hall, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that was the Atlanta trip, fam.
That's what's up.
It was, and I was hungover. On the hardcore drugs
There
too.
you go.
Like
Hell yeah,
I'm
bro.
expecting bitches and cocaine, fam. And I ain't never wanted to try cocaine in my life. That scares me. Crack, all that shit. And I wasn't gonna try to smoke weed in that man's house either. I wasn't gonna do nothing, fam. You talk. Look, they had to. I made somebody escort me to the bathroom.
I feel you, bro.
Nah, man, I don't want some shit. Shit be turned the other way. Who the fuck was downstairs? Like,
Yeah.
whoa, I just went to piss.
Yeah.
Nah, I did want to explore the basement though. I did though. That shit look like a neighborhood, fam. Like
Yeah.
this nigga basement look like a neighborhood, fam. Like the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
The bathroom is down the street. So yeah, man, that was nice, and then end up flying back home the next day, man. Tired as hell. It was a great experience. Shouts out to the team and everything, and can't wait to go back in the fall. And I think Weso was trying to mend the fence between me and Keith Sweat too, because I found out that one of the co-workers in Atlanta is like married to his daughter or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
still
told
fresh.
you that moment is coming. I know it is. You're gonna be face to face with Keith Sweat one day. I don't know when, but I know it's gonna happen. And if I don't know, like how it's gonna play out, or what's gonna,
I'm
or what the
40, man.
vibe.
I'm
No, no, no,
40,
no, no, no,
man.
no.
Now
I
I ain't
know
gonna.
you're not going. I know ain't not gonna pop off, but I hope for what I'm saying, the sake of a great story, of great ending to a story, that you can actually tell him that story about the whole thing.
He ain't gonna give a fuck.
I know he's not probably gonna give a fuck, but I don't know. He might listen. He might just say, "Oh damn, bro, I'm fucking sorry." That's why I'm sorry about that. If that happened, bro, I apologize. And then y'all shake up, and then just go from there.
Then it's the picture.
Then it's the picture, and when that picture hit the net, that's gonna be the most viral pic ever.
Nah, it's not gonna be. You know why, Mike? Because the internet gonna do what the internet do. Oh, now all your ass just wanted to take a picture with dude. That was
Come
it.
on, that's the people. That's for motherfuckers
I
that
took
don't
that
know
shit in
no better, bro.
2005, fam.
Motherfuckers that don't know no
I
better,
took
bro.
that shit when we sold them the shit. Fuck is you talking about?
For the motherfuckers that know, bro. For the real
Yeah, I'm
niggas
just
that
saying.
know, bro.
This
I
is
assumed
Ciroc.
I assume that's gonna happen one day though.
Ciroc. Because his ass be drunk singing, fam. He
Yeah.
got to stop, fam. He got that last video that y'all put up in the group, G. That shit was wild, fam. That shit was wild, man. Speaking of old beefs, Isaiah Thomas wild, fam.
Man, bro, I was just watching this nigga on NBA TV last night after the Clippers and Cavaliers game.
Motherfucker said he was watching The
All of a
Last
sudden,
Dance with his family.
why are you watching this, bro? 2 years later.
Said he was watching it with his family.
Are you like, are you obsessed?
Called him an asshole. Said he hate him, man.
Bro,
Hey, man, this beef is gonna be on until he apologize.
bro.
Cause he from the West Side.
First of all, like, what I'm like,
So am I Isaiah Thomas?
are you Isaiah Thomas? I don't think
Am
so,
I
bro.
Isaiah Thomas and Keith Sweat,
Oh,
Michael Jordan?
I don't think so, bro.
You
Honestly,
sure?
no, bro, because I think if Keith Sweat actually apologized to you, bro, it's just like you're gonna accept the apology and you're gonna understand, bro. Like, I know you mad at the buddy, but you know what I'm saying? It was over the phone, bro. I don't think he would have did no shit like that to you face to face, though. That was some over
I
the
lost
phone
my
shit.
job that day. I lost my job today.
Nah, bro, this ain't no Isaiah Thomas. This is
Am
deeper than that.
I?
It's deeper than that. It's deeper than what you and Keith Sweat got.
I mean, I just want to make sure.
That shit go
But
all the way back
yeah,
to the late 80s, bro. But what's crazy is that though, like they've interacted and played with each other and all of this bullshit like that.
bro,
Well past that, fam.
bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, G. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I have a beef with somebody when I'm 60, I gotta go. I can't be here. Fam, Mike could be 60 next year.
Niggas gotta let that
So
one
that means
ride, bro.
Isaiah Thomas like 62, 63. And it's still forever? Nah. Over some basketball shit? Nah.
Let that shit be, bro.
Over some basketball shit? Bro, you gotta let that ride, fam.
Their
Don't
beef
put-
literally doesn't go anywhere further than the court.
but Isaiah got to let that West Side Chicago part go, fam.
You put that shit right in the
Don't
post.
put
You
don't
hit that
put
shit right
that
on the
on
head, bro.
Gus.
We ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. We love Mike here. You see that
Yeah.
picture back there? Look at that.
Right.
You see that?
You see that?
bro?
You see that?
bro?
You see that right there? You see that right there, Zeke?
Yeah.
You see that right there?
Yeah, bro.
Nah, fam.
We ain't got nothing to do with that, dog.
You didn't bring when you won your titles, fam. You didn't have a parade.
Yeah.
We wasn't blowing our horn, fam. We wasn't honking for a Detroit Pistons title. On the West Side, we wasn't doing that. We didn't loot a video store. All right, we didn't loot a video store on the West Side because Detroit won the NBA Finals.
We did that shit for Mike, bro.
We did it. In fact, you pissed us off by beating Mike all those years. And we were happy when Mike beat you. Don't bring the West Side in this, fam. We did not loot for you. We looted for Mike now.
We fuck with you, Zeke. We
We
love
like,
you.
hey, we
You a
fuck with you.
hometown hero, dog.
You didn't go to what West Side school you went to. You
boy
have to
with the
train,
Joes, baby.
you have to train in the bus, in the pace bus, the St. Joe's.
Hey.
Did you hoop? Did you hoop at Marshall? Crane? Did you go to Austin? Nope. Westerhouse? Nope. You went to St. Joe's, fam. And Coach Ping, may he rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So don't bring us in that, dog.
Don't bring us in that. Don't
We fuck
bring us
with you,
in
but
that.
yeah.
We mess with you and everything you done.
That's
But
hilarious.
we did not loot for you. We looted for Mike. We looted for Scotty. We know they got their issues. We looted for John Paxson, Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman, Will Perdue, Ron Harper,
Yes, sir.
Rodney McRae, Trent Tucker, Bobby Hansen. You know who else? Ant Neely, Bill Cartwright,
Stacey King, bro.
Yeah, Stacey King, Scott Williams,
Yes, sir.
BJ Armstrong. We didn't loot for you.
Judd Butchler.
We looted for Judd Butchler, Bobby Hansen. I said Bobby Hansen. We didn't loot for you and Vinnie Johnson and that Dennis Rodman and John Sally. You know, that John Sally.
Mm-hmm.
James Atwoods, that James. We didn't loot for y'all, fam. So don't do that. Leave your beef. Your beef with Mike is with you.
Yeah, you need to let that shit rest.
You need to let that rest.
Leave it be.
You know what I'm saying? Luke Longley, Bill Whittington. I said Will Perdue, right?
Will Perdue. Yep, you said Will Perdue.
Jason Caffey.
No.
We looted for Corey Williams, Jack Haley, fam.
Facts.
Bison Dele. We didn't loot for y'all. Yep. We go where we loot. We rocking with who we looted for. You're not even the best point guard of all time.
Damn.
Right now, you're not even number 2.
Damn.
Number 3, maybe. You know, we looted for Johnny Red Kerr.
Facts.
Wayne Larrivee, fam. We looted for
Fall back, Zeke. Fall back.
Looted for Dan Rowan on the sideline on Channel 9, fam.
Chicago is not on your side on this one,
Did I miss somebody? Steve Kerr. We looted for Steve Kerr. Did I get everybody?
I think we hit everybody. I think we got him.
Byron Houston. No, Byron Houston didn't stay. I know we missing somebody of a note.
Hey, Benny the Bull. We
looted for Benny the Bull.
The mascot, my boy.
We didn't loot for you, fam. We didn't loot for you, fam.
Facts. Yeah, bro.
We looted for Tex Winter, fam. Phil Jackson, Jim Clemens, Johnny Bach, fam. We didn't loot for Chuck Daly, fam, and Brendan Malone. We didn't.
Where did that quote come from? Like who
he did an interview with somebody overseas, fam.
He must have thought that shit wasn't gonna go viral.
Yeah, he knew it was gonna go viral, fam. He knew that
Mhm.
shit was gonna go viral. Zeke, you gotta chill, fam.
Yeah.
Just do right by the West Side, fam.
There you go.
There you go. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the nuts and bolts of this pod, fam. Kyrie Irving continues to be in the news. This time, he's officially been suspended by the Brooklyn Nets, not by the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets suspended him. And they suspended him for at least 5 games. And with those 5 games, he also has to do a number of things before he is reinstated back to the team. He has to apologize and condemn the film he promoted, make a $500,000 donation to anti-hate causes, complete a sensitivity training, meet with the Anti-Defamation League and Jewish leaders, and then meet with team owner Joe Tsai to demonstrate an understanding of the situation.
My man's got
Mike,
put on punishment, and he got to do his chores before he come back outside and play.
your thoughts?
I just feel like this is too much, bro. My thoughts, it's too much. And first thing I want to say is too, I shared a post from shout out to DJ Sean Mack. He said this is the most he's ever heard the words anti-Semitic ever. Then we've heard this term being, thrown out there these past month or so.
Like, not me. When they did the same shit, Nick Cannon, they was lit with the word too. But
yeah.
I feel you know.
But yeah, it's just like getting out of control. But I feel like this is a bit like, I suspend him, bro. But then you want this man to meet and, you know what I'm saying, get a better understanding. You saying this man need to like get a history lesson on hate speech? Bro, I feel like that's some bullshit, G. I wouldn't be shocked if Kyrie said, fuck y'all, I'm done playing basketball this season, bro.
Well, nah, he met with Adam Silver today.
Okay. Now that would be it. I definitely,
and they said that was a productive and understanding meeting.
I definitely anticipate a meeting with Adam Silver to be very productive as far as Kyrie explaining himself, and because Adam Silver was like, oh yeah, he still didn't apologize and everything like that.
He technically didn't apologize.
He didn't. He technically didn't.
And I'm gonna get into that later. Keep going. I'm gonna get into
that. But as far as like my thoughts about it, though, I feel like it's a bit much. I mean, I get it, but I mean, what are we doing here? Like, are we trying to make an example out of Kyrie? Like, where's this going? I feel like this is a big example being made out of Kyrie, and I feel like it's very unnecessary.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
Here's why I'm conflicted. I think. Now, look. Let me first say this, because I want to get this out. I do think it's bullshit with the list of demands that the Brooklyn Nets have before they reinstate him.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit. I think these things could be done without a list, especially with the list becoming public.
That's the main thing right there, bro. Public. Like, why is
right? Because
it's kind of like the Kyler Murray thing with the thing in his contract. Why do we need to know that this man needs to study a playbook, bro?
Right, we didn't need to know that Kyrie Irving has to do all of these things
to play basketball
before unless they ask him to do the shit and he says no. So then putting it out in the public puts the pressure on him to do it. That's the only caveat. But I do think it's bullshit, and that shit should have never got out. And it's just something about sports nowadays where all of this shit's coming out, and it's like, why is this shit that used to be private is now public? Two things can be right at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You can ask him to do these things and still not publicize the shit he has to do. So I think that's bullshit. But the flip side is we have to do a better job at educating ourselves at certain things.
Mhm.
I'm not watching that tape. I'm not watching that Hebrews the Jews shit because I feel like if I watch it, then all of a sudden I'm gonna hate everybody. The way
Okay.
they make that DV to make the shits. Like somebody said that it
And I
said that Satan and Jews and all that shit. And I'm like, I don't think I want to watch that shit.
and I actually
For
and I
context.
actually and I missed the actual Kyrie post. Did he just post a link to the movie like with a message
Now,
behind
see,
it? Like
no,
what
no,
was it?
let's put the context behind it.
Yeah,
This all started with the Kanye shit.
of course.
It all started with the Ye shit. We all know what Ye was talking about and what was going on with Ye. So he tweeted that shit for us to watch it because of what Ye was talking about. He didn't just tweet the link. Like, motherfuckers acting like he just tweeted a link to some shit.
So in the midst of the Kanye shit, Kyrie decided to post a link to a movie that you know shows like anti-Semitic shit.
Yeah, apparently.
So it was bad timing on Kyrie.
It
Now
was
Kyrie,
bad
what
timing.
was Kyrie's
He
intention?
was jumping on, look, he was jumping on the calls that to me, this is why I said I'm not talking about that shit unless you're thoroughly educated. I ain't talking about that shit because I don't want to come off sounding dumb. And in the press conferences, he was not able to articulate himself. Well, he was articulate but sounded dumb at the same time.
Okay.
And again, that apology wasn't really an apology. It was like, when you and your moms get into it, it was the equivalent of your mom saying, "Hey, so you want something to eat?" After she pissed you off. Now, with that being said, my issue ain't about anti-Semitism. That shit, however you said, because I don't know none of that shit. I'm not well versed in that, and don't plan on getting well versed in that shit.
Yeah.
Like my thing is with black people. If but the other part about it is if a group of people feels a type of way about something, I have to know and understand that something I might have said has them feeling some type of way and apologize in doing so. I have to honor that. If I said some shit on here about Mexicans and everybody in Pilsen, the little village, want to whoop my ass, I can't be like, oh, I ain't do shit. I ain't say shit. You have to apologize for what you said that might hurt someone. Even if it's just a look, I apologize. I did not know it was not my intention of hurting you.
It was
Using the words, I apologize.
it was like he was apologizing without actually saying I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was just like,
Because he made it very clear that he wasn't trying to offend anybody.
yeah.
And and besides the timing of the actual post, it just feels like, when you see the things that Kyrie, I'm shocked actually. Besides the timing of the post, I'm shocked at Kyrie based off the things that he actually does outside of basketball
I'm
and the
not.
things that he posts, that he
I'm not.
seems very well educated
Because
on
them be the
things.
ones that be so smart that they dumb.
Okay.
Them the smartest niggas in the room
Mhm.
that want you to know that they the smartest people in the room. Like I know I've said some stuff on here that I had to walk back. Know what? My bad. I ain't get all the right information.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada. Skip who out the bam. All that shit. But that's not my issue on all of this. Because I ain't never met Kyrie Irving a day in my life. I don't know what he about. I don't know what he do. I just know Buddy comes off weird and the smartest aloof nigga I've ever met in my life. That's not my issue. My issue is us and our conversation about this topic. I have seen so many people call people that they supposedly know, that they supposedly friends with, call folks coons and sellouts and all type of slurs because you don't agree with Kyrie Irving. Because I don't agree with Kyrie Irving, I'm a coon.
That's because everybody all of a sudden, because they see Kanye and all, you know what I'm saying, go out and say all these things and be so free, with their speech. Everybody just want to be like down. Like they call
Everybody want to
themselves
be anti. It's not want to be down.
everybody want to be down with the anti shit. That's
everybody want to be anti. Everybody want to be.
Yeah.
You being anti for what? What is this anti doing? What is this anti gonna lead? What are you gonna do to uplift and push this anti movement? Not a goddamn thing. But I've seen so many people call people again coons and sellouts and sambo and all types of names because they don't agree with your stance and standing with Kyrie Irving.
This not a case of being the smartest one in the room. They want to be the most wokest one in the room.
I'm gonna say something differently here.
They want to be the woke. They want to be the most woke one.
It's nope. Mike, to be honest, G, I don't know what it is, but this is what I will say. If you call somebody a coon or a sellout or any name because they don't agree with your stance on Kyrie Irving, y'all was never friends or homies in the first place. I know even what I'm saying right now, some people are going to disagree with how I feel about the situation, even though I feel like they are doing Kyrie Irving bogus as hell by giving them this list and publicizing this list.
Publicizing it is even worse.
Publicizing is even worse.
You want Kyrie to do his homework and, you know what I'm saying, you want him to meet with whoever it is he needs to meet with. That's perfectly fine. But right, because putting it out publicly, bro, is like...
Because, Mike, the other part about that is, and this, I used to want it. You want to know the main reason why I wanted a black person museum? Because, and this why I said this ain't the first time I heard this term. Because anybody, white or black, that said some shit that was anti-Semitic, the first thing folks be saying is, oh man, come to this museum and let us show you about the Holocaust. They said that so much, I want to go to that museum because I want to see it. And some folks will go and look at it, get their feel of it. I want those same people to take their ass to the National Museum of African American History, take your ass downstairs, where the real shit at, go to the Emmett Till joint, feel how that shit feeling there when you say some shit about black people. That's why I wanted a black person museum. Because it seemed to me, as soon as I said something somebody said something anti-Jew, they come down on you, and then they be like, hey, let's take you to the museum. It's almost like somebody in the back of the museum about to have a real nigga conversation with you. It's like Michelle Pfeiffer on Dangerous Minds, or in the Gangsta's Paradise video when she walk up and she turned the chair around and she look at Coolio in the face.
Yeah.
And it's a Jewish person right there. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, it's almost like that. So I wanted black people to have something like that where they could go take these white people and be like, you on some bullshit? But I saw more MAGA hats at the goddamn National Museum of African American History than I've ever seen in my life. So I don't know. But again, it ain't about Jews. It ain't about Kyrie. It ain't about Kanye. It's about how we talk to each other when we have a conversation about this. That's why I say I ain't going on Facebook and having no conversation about this. I'd rather talk about it on some dude.
Especially with your friends list.
Especially with my friends list. Because the minute somebody calls me a coon because I don't agree with a stance of Kyrie Irving, you can turn on your location and then I could go find you and we could go see how much of a coon I am. Because I'm going to beat your ass.
Oh my God.
Or we're going to be fighting all day.
Yeah.
Like, why? This is what kills me with us. That we can't just agree to disagree. we gotta go low with each other over some shit, especially some shit we ain't even met the dude. We don't even know what, we only know what he do on social media, and barely that. We know my man who had sage around the Boston Garden. You ain't never had no conversation with dude. So why you calling your best friend a coon or a sellout because he don't agree with your assessment of the Kyrie Irving situation? And then what even kills me more is that you don't even listen to the other side. You already have your opinion intact and you ain't trying to listen to shit else. So why have the fucking conversation?
Yeah.
If you're not going to listen to another side and see where somebody is coming from, why? Tell me why. Have the conversation.
Yep.
Why? Because you want people to know that this is how you feel and nobody's going to tell you different, and you right. If that's the case, ain't nobody asked you for your damn take on Kyrie Irving. Ain't nobody go on your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your Instagram page for you to state your thoughts on Kyrie Irving.
You just gave them.
You just gave them. Like, I want us to get to a point where we can have conversations like this and learn from each other. Not call each other coons and sellouts. For why? Because then we end up looking like Democrats and Republicans.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. And we see how they look. So imagine how you look when your homie, and I mean, I've seen people that I thought was cool.
That's crazy.
I've seen people type, oh man, you know what? Man, I knew you was down and everything, but all of a sudden you, Kyrie Irving, you acting like a coon right now. Bro, we got to fight after that.
Oh
Like,
my God.
I don't know if it's social media and you not necessarily being in front of people enough to be like, I can say what I want to that person. But growing up around my family, you call somebody a coon, you really have to back that shit up. I've seen people that I know do shit for the community.
Yep.
Get called a coon. We so loose with that term too.
It is. It's. I've definitely seen some people on my friends list like use that word loosely, and I think maybe they try to, and they say it like in a joking way, you know.
Nah, don't joke with that.
Yeah,
don't joke with that.
It's a real thin line with that word.
Like it's just extremely disappointing that, like, Kyrie Irving and what's going on with him is not dividing us. We're dividing each other because at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving got to have a conversation with the commissioner, who's a Jew. And he might put some shit in Kyrie's head to be like, all right, you know what? Damn. He might, little do we know, Adam Silver might say, look, I know you ain't anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
I know you ain't. I know you cool. Because if you was anti-Semitic, you wouldn't even be in this office. But I'm going to put you on game to say what you need to say so you can get your joints off better without doing what you did, without singling people out. It might be some shit like that. Because Kyrie Irving is the vice president of the goddamn Players Association. He talked to Jews all the time, fam, in the NBA. So I can tell you that I don't believe that the NBA feels like he's anti-Semitic. They just don't like the way shit came across, so they're going to talk to him about it. But guess what they doing? They talking.
Yeah.
Because if that conversation came out different than what it was, they wouldn't have said that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have said, oh, it was productive and understanding.
Yeah.
They would have been like, oh, it went left.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gonna get back.
Yeah. Kyrie gives me the vibe of like somebody that, who's open to listen and open to learning about history when it involves not just the African American history, Jewish community, and all that stuff like that. So,
and sometimes we fuck up. Players fuck up.
Yeah.
Look, I said on this show once before, like, damn, is saying Jap the racist term now? And I didn't think about it.
Wait, we talked about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I had to think, like, damn. Because even watching wrestling, when they say Japped, that's when the Asian person attacked the other wrestler from behind, which was a term used Pearl Harbor when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. They said we got japped.
That's,
Damn, is that a racist term?
Like,
but we don't mean it like that.
When we say that shit and then you actually knowing exactly what that means and the reason why, you be like, wow. Like, yeah, I get that shit. Like, that's
wow. I didn't know spaz was a term that some people in the disabled community felt as a slur. When we say spaz, it's probably a dude foot working his ass off. He spazzed out.
Yeah.
We don't, it's a lot of things that we be so much in our bubble that we don't know. But again, I can say all of that, and I can say what I feel what they doing to Kyrie Irving is dead ass wrong. On the flip side, though, we, and again, I'm talking to us, we gotta talk to our people differently. Or just don't talk to them. Because the minute, and I'll use you an example. Let's say, for instance, I came on this pod, you say they think they was wrong, and I come on here and I'd be like, oh, no, hell no, they right as hell. Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. He don't know what he's talking. This video had tropes talking about Jews are Satan and all of those things and yada, 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 yada. And you ain't gonna be like, man, I'm out here doing a podcast with a coon.
I would never do that.
But that's what I'm seeing all over social media. And I'm sitting here like, fam, these are people that is saying this to people that's known these people for years. The minute you call me a coon, fam, that means you've always thought of me that way.
Facts. You just
never said
you just use this moment.
Now you just using this Kyrie moment to get your joints off. Like, we have to do better. I blame debate shows. That's what I blame. I blame debate shows. And even they don't do that on debate shows. I don't get it. We have to be better in the way that we talk to each other. We are not a monolith. We don't all have the same thoughts. We don't have the same goals. We don't all agree. All of those things. We all different.
Yep. And this could be a good time right now. Like I think you already said this already. This is a teachable, one of the terms we use on this pod all the time. A teachable moment for all of us. We can get educated on these things, and we can use our words wisely. Get a podcast, get on a microphone and use that platform to get your thoughts off instead of trying to use the keyboard on use the keyboard on social media to try to out woke somebody.
Mike, you know how much shit Shaq has done for the goddamn African American community?
Yeah.
You know how much shit that Charles Barkley has done for the African American community? That man just donates to HBCUs just cuz, fam.
Yeah.
And they coons because they disagree with Kyrie Irving? Nah. See, that to me,
Bang don't like that word, boy.
no, hell no, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah.
But even more so, I don't like us using that shit.
Against each
Like,
other.
against us regular niggas using that shit against each other.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like, fam. That's what irritates me. That's why I'm talking the way that I'm talking. Because I feel that's a disappointment, fam. I can't have a conversation with you. I can't have a discourse with you without you calling me a coon. Nah, cuz. Because if that's how you feel, we can go fight. And I'm not, and I know it sounds like I'm joking or anything like that. I'm not.
This is not sarcasm, ladies and
This is
gentlemen.
not sarcasm right now. And we gotta check that shit. We gotta check that shit. Cause I don't know where that shit come from. But we gotta check that shit, especially if that's your homie. Because the crazy thing is, I ain't necessarily talking about that shit for people that don't know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about this shit for people who know each other. I'm seeing people that I know they know each other. That I know they know each other. Because they say they know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You acting like a coon right now. Bruh. That means you been thought that about me. That means we could go now. We, especially as black men, have to do a better job at having discourse with each other in social situations. Period. Period. Because when you do this right here, fam, this whack, it's huff. If you don't agree with me, you just don't agree with me. But you don't have to call me out my name just because I don't agree with you. You know how childish that is anyway? For you to be mad because somebody don't agree with you? Oh man, you don't think, oh, Kyrie is fighting for the man. Boycott the NBA. No, I'm gonna watch the NBA tomorrow, fam. No, it's election season, but I'm gonna watch the NBA tomorrow. Oh, you coon.
Yeah. That's like, I mean, now that you say that shit, we was seeing that shit when everybody was like, we didn't boycott the NFL, and you know what I'm saying, people wanted to boycott the NFL, and if you want to boycott the NFL, then you know what I'm saying, you a coon, and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, all of this shit like that. Like,
fam, we gotta because what's crazy is, and literally this is the pod right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is really the end of the pod. There ain't a lot of stuff that really matters going on. Just make sure you vote.
Because I did.
Because he did. Everything else is really like just firing off hot takes after this.
Yeah.
But black men, I'm really speaking to black men at this point now. We have to do a better job at having conversations and discourse with each other. You don't have to stoop that low because somebody don't agree with you. It's childish, it's petty, and it shows me that you never respected the person that you talking to in the first place. You tolerated them. But all that coon shit, just because y'all have a disagreement about something, that gets you in trouble. Because y'all all talk about this free speech shit. Free speech has something to do with the government. You can't say what you say to somebody
and not see the consequences, baby.
Bingo. So let's just deal off that. If you gotta take on Kyrie Irving and somebody else don't agree with it, hey man, that's your take. Own it. What I would expect though is for us to have respectable discourse and learn from each other. Come into these conversations willing to learn, willing to see the other side. If you come into a conversation not willing to see the other side, it was no point of you joining in the first place. So all that coon and sellout shit that you talking about, you wanted to say that in the first place. You couldn't wait to call somebody a coon because they didn't agree with your Kanye or Kyrie assessment. And the same thing on the flip too. Y'all, if y'all ain't willing to have no intelligent conversation where y'all willing to learn and work off of each other, go sit your ass up in the corner with everybody else with a tinfoil hat. Or go sit your ass on the other side with everybody with a book trying to be extra smart. Go kick it with your own. Because right now, when you do that, you look just like the other people that your ass be talking about up in the crib. Simple as that. Hey, man, before we get out of here, a couple of hot takes. Jeff Saturday went from get up to the Indianapolis Colts. He was named the interim head coach for, I think it's like 9 games left in the regular season. John Fox is a senior defensive consultant. Gus Bradley, who was formerly the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think he's the DC. And you even have Reggie Wayne, who's the wide receivers coach on staff. But Jim Irsay went with the homie to coach the last couple of games of the season. Your thoughts?
I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know you could be named the interim head coach if you wasn't on the staff.
Oh, yeah, you can.
It's a shocker. I mean, Jeff Saturday is cool on ESPN and everything like that. I mean, can he coach football? I don't know. It's kind of weird to me, like, to see that you go straight from the broadcast booth or on television to now you're in charge of a whole football team that's season is in the shitter. I mean, are they doing this? Is this like a tryout for him?
I don't know what it is.
Was he like, he must be on deck, to get the head coaching, like a head coaching job somewhere.
Like, he's a consultant, so I don't know what it is.
So I mean, I don't know. I have to look at this as a.
I mean, this is homie, essentially. It's his homie. Now,
so that's what we doing. We hired the
Rooney.
homie.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Now, the Rooney Rule don't attach to this because it's interim head coach. You can hire anybody. Now, the Rooney Rule would come into play at the end of the season because now you're interviewing people to look for the job.
Because they can't just give him the job.
Right. That's why you can do this in this situation. And honestly, technically, really not get that much pushback when it comes to the race side. But this is bigger than race to me.
Yeah.
This is more than race to me. This fucked up if I'm John Fox or Gus Bradley or even a Reggie Wayne. Because if I'm a former head coach and then Jeff Saturday comes into the room and now this my boss, nah, fam. Fuck is you talking about?
It's like Steve Nash.
I got to teach you how to do your job?
It's like Steve Nash. Steve Nash ain't never coached a basketball player ever.
Right, and then
now he's in charge of a whole squad.
Right, and then as a player on the team, fam, like, yo, I got 9 more games. What we doing here?
Yeah.
We. This is what we doing?
Yo, it's gonna be funny as hell watching him on the sideline with his headphones. Like, bro, you was literally just on ESPN a week ago.
Gee, just on ESPN.
Now you calling plays, bro? How this go?
And
my man's probably getting groomed for this.
He ain't getting groomed. I don't think he getting groomed, Mike. Groomed for what? He ain't coaching nobody. But here's the fucked up thing about this, Mike. This is a messed up thing, fam. They're in second place. They're in second place.
Like, they still could make the
in the AFC side. Right, the Titans, there's no guarantee that the Titans gonna roll off some shit.
Bro, I dead ass didn't know the Titans was 5-2 until Sunday night.
Right. And then they lost that game, so they
And they
5 and
lost.
3.
They jagged it, but I
The
didn't
Colts
even
are
know that they
3,
was 5
5,
and
and
2.
1, G.
Yeah.
The Colts technically ain't out of this. You know what this remind me of, fam? The movie Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Jeff Saturday is Eddie.
That's funny as hell.
Jeff Saturday is Eddie, fam. And what happened on Eddie? They almost made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, they did make the playoffs. My bad,
Yeah.
because it was a
They did.
charge at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, yeah.
That's what this reminds me of.
Who's the head coach of the Raiders? He need to be fired.
Josh McDaniels.
Fire him.
Yeah,
I'm not blaming Derek Carr, Devontae Adams,
I ain't
blaming
for
the
nobody.
defense, none of that shit. The Raiders head coach, you're out of there, dog.
Yeah.
You didn't blew way too many games this season, bro. That is coaching.
Hella. But nah, man. Yeah, the Jeff Saturday thing. I mean, look, I will say this. This reeks of white privilege. Because while this will we've never seen nothing like this, fam, they not hiring Louis Riddick. They're not gonna be like, hey, Louis, go ahead and coach this. Wait a minute, word? Like, nah, Jeff Saturday is the homie.
Louis Riddick wants to be he wanted to be the GM though, right?
He wants to get back in. He want to get back in the front office. He's been a VP of player personnel. He want to get back in the front office.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him. But yeah, G, like,
yeah, you're right though.
This wild, fam. This is
I know, DG. That's why I said that's why I brought the Raiders up, because you said they play the Raiders this weekend. They fuck around and do beat the Raiders, which is sad. But yeah, like you said, that definitely got some white privilege all over it. That shocked the hell out of me.
But if I'm Gus, but again, if I'm Gus Bradley and if I'm John Fox, I'm like, oh no, y'all wild over here, fam.
Definitely got to side out of that shit.
Y'all tripping, fam. Because we got experience in this shit. Now we gotta help him. Like, nah, fam, it's not working like that. And last but certainly not least, the Green Bay Packers are in the ghetto at the same time that now the national media is looking at, for the first time in my lifetime, a quarterback on the Bears who has the potential to be the best quarterback in the league.
Dang, I'm here right here on Some Dude Pod to say I am happy for you, and I am happy for Bears fans. I even had a post in my memories from last year and about Justin Fields, and I was praising him. So I've said it numerous times on this pod. I like Justin Fields, and I like the road that he's on right now, and I'm happy for y'all. I am happy. I thought y'all was gonna pull it out against the Dolphins, but hey, take the moral victory. That man broke Michael Vick's record, which I didn't even know Michael Vick still held that record. I thought
in the regular season.
I thought Lamar Jackson or somebody held that record.
Good point. But man, Mike,
that shit is
when
crazy.
I tell you, Mike, when I tell you that watching that game brought something else out of me that I ain't never had before, because we've never had a quarterback as talented as Justin Fields. Justin Fields is the greatest quarterback in Chicago Bears history.
And you said that before.
Now.
But that shit's solidified now.
It's solidified. And I don't want to jump the gun here, but for a Bears fan, it is hard not to, because we've never had anything like this in history. We've never had this.
Once he gets the receivers he needs.
Oh my God, Mike.
It might be dangerous.
Mike.
Because my man throw dimes.
Mike.
But he don't saying his wide receivers just don't get open enough. So
we've never had this. There's never been a situation that I've heard them say Bears historic performance in the same sentence. Now I have to look it up. Urlacher had a game, I think it was 2004, where he had 20 tackles. I think that's a record, a single game record. Other than that, I said in my lifetime, bro. I'm
I mean,
40.
you hear about good Bears players having like great games, but
But not
like you said,
historic.
historic is a very key
How
word
many
right now.
Bears you know in your lifetime
Maybe
you
Devin
were
Hester.
able to
Devin
see it?
Hester's done historic stuff.
No, listen. What I'm saying, he's done historic things over his career.
Not in one game though.
He had historic moments.
Hey, he ran off
The
one in
key
the Super Bowl.
word, that was a moment. I said historic performance.
Yeah.
That means that we've had to break a record, my G. How many single game records does the Bears have in your lifetime? One, on the offensive side of the ball. Justin Fields on Sunday. Most rushing yards by a quarterback in a regular season game. And on the defensive side, I think 20 tackles by Urlacher on the defensive side. That's it. That's it. Jay Cutler threw 4 interceptions, I think, in the first half in Washington.
Oh, excuse me.
And even that wasn't historic because that's been done before. Bruh, we have not had those two terms said in our lifetime because we've had moments, and even those are few and far between. When the Bears came back against Arizona in the Super Bowl year, that was a historic performance in the second half. We ain't break no records of shit, especially on the offensive side of the ball, when Eric Kramer has the Bears record of 30 passing touchdowns. And we've never had a 4,000-yard passer. Bruh. Of all time, it is Justin Fields, Sid Luckman, Jim McMahon, off of one performance. That's how bad it's been for us at quarterback. Justin Fields was at that BP on Roosevelt downtown, and he took some pictures to some kids. I would have told Justin Fields this. This is my open letter to Justin Fields. Justin, my name is J.R. Bang. You don't know me from Can to Paint. If I tried to tag you in this video, wouldn't let me tag you. I know why. You don't want everybody tagging you on your shit. You don't follow. Say that to say this. Justin, as long as you stay healthy, G, you are not only going to restore the feeling of Bears fans in general, because we will have a chance to be successful again and look like the 80s. But for black people, you're going to give us a new feeling because we ain't never seen you at quarterback. Only black quarterbacks we had was Vince Evans and Cordell Stewart and Henry Burris. They was all huffing Bears uniforms. You come in as the best black quarterback we've ever had. Shit. In some respects, you are the best black player that we've had
Since
Walt.
since sweetness.
Like consistently.
Woo, don't put that pressure on my boy. But talk that
The
shit
potential
though.
to be.
Yeah.
You have the potential to be. I just hope that he understands the pressure that's going to come with being a quarterback here and being in whole new territory here. And what I mean is this. We ain't never had a quarterback like you, bruh. And for us in this age group, we ain't seen a player like you in this uniform. Stay the course. You stay the course, Justin. You can become the greatest of all time in this city. Because the Bears run this city. You ain't gonna have to eat and pay for nothing A day in your life. Day in your life.
Bears run the city more than the Cubs do.
Yes, they do. This is a football town, G.
Okay. Okay.
That's it. Justin is lit, fam.
It's lit.
You just gave the city something to believe in because we lost a game that we could have very well won if the referees does not hold their flag, and if Equidus St. Brown, or the wrong St. Brown as we call him,
Just call him the wrong St.
the
Brown.
wrong St. Brown
Yeah.
catches that ball, we either tie or beat the the Miami Dolphins. That right there would have been the biggest win in quite some time. But here's the kicker with that, Mike. In the words of my girl Rosie Perez and White Men Can't Jump, sometimes when you lose, you win. And in this case, Rosie Perez is right. Why? Because we may have lost to the Miami Dolphins, but the Chicago Bears, their fan base, and the national media, the Bears' pocketbooks, all of that won. Why? Because we finally got something that we have not had since the goddamn 40s. A talented quarterback. Thank you, Justin Fields.
Those are wise words right there from a decent man and a
And
true
Mike,
and a true fan.
and you know what else that mean, Mike? If the Green Bay Packers go to the ghetto, as I've been saying, that means we ascend and they descend at the same time. God works, fam.
Yep.
God listens to your prayers. He's an on-time guy. He don't come when you want him to.
He
But
ain't there when you need him, but he there when you need him.
Exactly. But when he's on time, he's on time.
On time.
He's on time. Aaron Rodgers ain't been respecting that position. God took that away from him quick. All these Chicago Packers fans, he taking away from you quick. Now you got to choose. Come back home or stay your ass in Green Bay.
Hey, don't even
Jordan
accept them
Love.
if they wanted to come home. Don't
You
accept
can't
them if they want to
accept
come. Don't accept it. But I've been said it, man. I said it on the other pod, bro. These old quarterbacks, they cooked. They cooked out here. And Aaron Rodgers is cooked. Watching him play watching him play Sunday, it was pathetic. I was embarrassed for him. And I swear to God, Dallas Cowboys, y'all better beat the shit out of the Packers this week, or it's gonna be a problem.
Look, man.
I want to continue to put the Packers in the ghetto for you Bears fans. I want to be a part of them being put in the ghetto. All right.
Yep.
So Cowboys, do your job. That's all I got on that as far as the Packers goes.
So it was lit, man.
I'm happy for y'all though. I'm sincerely happy for you Bears fans. Y'all deserve it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
And I am so upset, man. We didn't win that money, fam. We didn't win that.
Win. What you talking about the Powerball?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Who won and where? Where did they win it? Did they say?
They won in California, fam. One winner.
Damn.
Yeah.
One. Woo! That's how I would want it to be. If I won, I don't want to split shit. I know they're gonna let Uncle Sam get his, then I'm gonna get mine. Man, ain't gonna be 3 of us or 4 of us getting it, but
yeah.
Nonetheless, yeah. Shout out to motherfuckers officially a billionaire.
Yeah. Close them off. Close us off, Mike.
Hey man, y'all already know what it is. It's Some Dude Pod. I go by the name of Mike B. That is JR Bang. Y'all can rate, like, and subscribe us. Subscribe to us. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, make sure you drop a review. You can see us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the What Digital. You can drop a comment. Make sure you like. Make sure you like the videos and everything like that. We on IG at Some Do Pod. We on Twitter at Some Do Pod, at Mike B _CHR, at JR Bang, Facebook at Some Do Pod. Make sure if you're not in the group on Facebook, hashtag Some Do Pod. Make sure you get involved with the conversation and drop all your hot takes, and then we can get the debates going as well on there. Make sure you cop some merch. Yeah, man, that's it. That's all we got here, man. We signing out. Peace.